All right, we're live with episode 5 of Dash Platform Walkthroughs with Travis Waith-Mair. What's up, Travis?
What's up? How's it going?
I'm good, man. Good to have you. Old buddy of mine, as all of these people have been.
Except for yesterday. Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of yesterday, so good to meet you, by the way, Travis. I'm looking forward to getting to know you a little bit better. Before that, I wanted to talk a little bit about yesterday's stream. So we ran into some network issues, which are a combination of network issues and SDK issues. The issue, I believe, from what I can tell, we had two different issues, and I think they may have both been separate issues, but dealing with the same problem, the same fundamental problem, which is when you're dealing with a network of different nodes, especially in like a permissionless context, sometimes nodes are not operating well, and sometimes nodes may even be operating maliciously, and you need a way for your SDK to kind of drop nodes that are not working for you and find newer nodes. So there is a way to do that. So we're going to go, the first thing that we'll probably do is look into that option on how to connect to a specific node, or at least how to not connect to the bad nodes that you know of on the network. Again, this should be probably handled automatically by the SDK, but apparently it's not at this point yet. So let's, but first, before we do any of that, let's get to know Travis a little bit. Where'd you come from? Where did you go?
Where'd I go? Where'd I come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Yeah.
Sorry.
My God, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Sorry, I can't help it. I am a sarcastic person, which is why Anthony and I get along so well.
True.
But yeah, no, I'm just a dev that's been out there hanging out in the world 5 or 6 years now. Might be closer to 7. And after 3 or 4 years, you stop counting how many years you've been working. But yeah, kind of like Anthony, I come from I'm a second career dev, switched over from the world of finance a few years back. Been primarily, I'm a full stack developer, but I've really been where I enjoy myself been in the front end all my life. I have a layout library called Bedrock Layouts, and that's probably the biggest thing I'm known for out there.
Okay.
But yeah.
Very cool. So crypto is definitely the intersection of tech and finance. So you should feel at home here. But from what I gathered just from our little pre-chat, you don't have much experience with crypto, which is good because we want to test this product out with people who may not be familiar with crypto and just want to develop cool things using underlying technology of blockchains and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right. And then one more disclaimer. So the purpose of this series altogether, these walkthroughs, is there's multiple reasons. One of which is testing platform itself, testing our documentation, helping me to explain the value proposition of Dash and Dash platform. So all of that, if we run into issues, it's not a big deal. It's just part of the purpose here. So, but hopefully we get a little further than yesterday. So with that, I think let's go ahead and do your screen share and go ahead with Anthony, you've dropped the tutorial link to him, I assume.
Well, we're not going to look at the Grafana board at all.
We will, but probably later. Yeah, we'll look at that later. So let's bring up the tutorial itself.
Yeah, just go to ajcwebdev.com.
Yeah, no worries. AJC.
And then go to blogs, and it'll be the first one. And bump your font way up.
Oh.
Yeah, there, Morty.
Oops. I think we figured 200 was good, right?
That looks good, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then start at the setup and configure node project. Yeah, there you go.
Sweet. Here. to do it again.
Before we start, do you want to take this one, Ryan? Sorry for asking, but how do you estimate the possibility of Dash platform release in almost August 24th?
Sure. There is a proposal on the network right now that has about 1.5 days of voting left, I believe. The proposal is from Dash Core Group, asking if we should release Dash platform to mainnet mid-July, I think is what it was. So if that passes, then we will be releasing Dash platform to mainnet mid-July. Ready or not, it's basically mostly ready. So there are certain features that DCG Dash Core Group was planning on putting into the version 1, but they're asking the network if we should just go ahead and release it before that, with a slightly higher chance that we may have some stability issues, but we'll be able to get it out at least. So we've been working on it for several years, many years. So I personally think that that's the best route. So I'm hoping for that. And we can then iteratively add features and improve security and stability over time on mainnet. And that would make our lives easier here on this walkthrough series, at least, because then we'd be working with more stable test nets more stable faucets and explorers and wallets and all the tools that have good stability on mainnet we'd be able to use for testing platforms. So that will be good.
Yeah, Travis, for context, I think they first announced platform around the same time React announced Suspense.
Oh, really?
Like 2018.
Yeah, it was mostly an idea in the making, but scope creep and all that. There are specific reasons for the delay, but mostly around broadening the scope and changing the infrastructure. So initially, the backend was developed in JavaScript, and we've moved over to Rust. So,
Yep. Which makes sense. JavaScript is good to hurry and get out there, but then Rust allows you to then solidify it in a more stable way. So yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So let's see. What do we have here?
When you're talking, I went ahead and did all this, and now I'm onto this. Let's add some information to the getting nor here. Maybe.
Oh, and by the way, feel free to just go ahead and do your thing, Travis. We will help if you have questions, but go ahead with the tutorial. In the meantime, as you're doing that, I'm going to answer this question, which Digital Nomad John says, does someone have to have a masternode to submit a proposal? I'm newer to Dash. The answer to that is no. You do not have to have a masternode to submit a proposal. Anybody can submit a proposal. All you have to do is you have to have one Dash, which is about $24 right now. And so you pay that one Dash to submit a proposal, and you can ask for any amount of Dash in return for your proposal. And if the stakeholders in Dash, which are masternode operators, as you already know, if they want to support that proposal, then they'll vote for you. You have to have a certain amount of votes, net 10% of all the masternodes. So yes votes minus no votes is greater than 10% of all the masternodes is the passing criteria.
You're popular, Travis. You got a huge audience here.
I bring in the crowds. What can I say?
Yep.
It's now, to be honest, this is going to be you've seen Nacho Libre, right?
Of course.
It was
one of my friends in college. It's her all-time favorite movie, actually. Literally.
Well, I mean, I'm wearing the right show. It's Nacho, and I'm going to be the Jack Black of this. I'm going to be really super excited and embarrassing the entire way. So.
Nacho stream no more.
Nacho Libre. Okay. So we've done all this and just making sure that worked, and we want in the test environment. Yep, network testnet. Okay. Sweet. So now we're going to build this client. I like it when I don't have to write things. I really appreciate this. Copy all this code.
Oh yeah. Copy pastable. That is the name of the game.
This is for my library, my code library, Anthony. I put him down as one of the what's it called? Contributors. And even though he hasn't written any code, he helped like improve my doc site immensely. So that's why he gets to be down as a contributor.
Yeah, it's usually the first thing I do is I go read the README and see where it's broken.
Oh, come on, prettier.
But does money grow on bits?
Oops, what is going on here? Okay. My VS Code is creating problems for me. There we go. Okay. So pulling in the network. I just want to see what we're actually doing here. We're creating a new client on this network. Testnet, okay. And okay, I'm going to ask you guys, what does mnemonic and mnemonic mean for this wallet?
The mnemonic, which is a terrible name, which I hope we can change in the SDK, is just a 12-word seed phrase. It's essentially a random number encoded in words instead of encoded in some other encoding mechanism like hexadecimal or binary or whatever. It's encoded using a how big is the dictionary? I don't remember. It's so many thousand words dictionary, and when you have 12 words amongst that huge dictionary of options, it gives you a lot of entropy or randomness. So it's a very, very random number that is, and the mnemonic is used to generate your public-private key pairs.
Oh, so, okay, that makes sense. So
you would definitely not.
I have Johnny there
on mainnet. If you had funds on this, like you wouldn't want to share your mnemonic. That's the one thing that you want to keep very close to the vest and not let anybody know, or even have online.
Have you seen Johnny Mnemonic, Ryan?
Unfortunately, yes. My kids have
legendarily bad movie. Oh my god! It's with the electric whip, right?
There's movies that are so bad that they eventually kind of cross back over to the threshold and become good again in their own way. It's like right there. It doesn't quite make it where you're like, this is so bad it's good, but like it's really close. It's kind of like, like the like Anthony would appreciate it. Like the scale, you have your octave and eventually it starts over again. That's where it is. We're at like the 12th note of the octave, and then we're of the chromatic scale, and we're about to go back again. Anyway.
Yeah. Actually, now that you say that, I don't know if I've seen that. Now that I think I was thinking of a different reference, but anyway,
it's an old Keanu Reeves movie. But let's get to create the wallet. Once we have a couple more, once we do the next couple steps, we'll know whether this is going to be a hard stream or an easy stream. So
yeah. Appreciate you letting me ask random questions here.
Yeah, you're good.
No, but I really appreciate we're even going to create the file so we can make sure you're creating the right file with the right name kind of things. Instead of saying, just create a script create wallet.js. I think this is a good touch.
Yeah, it's one of the things that bothers me most about a lot of tutorials or docs or things, or it'll have certain things just written. And it's like, but I don't want to read. I'm illiterate.
Well, and we could literally just have a web app already written and have you click buttons and things. But what good would that do? We want you to start from scratch, and so that you know exactly you really didn't have to do that much to get something working on the Dash platform. But we'll see. We're coming up to the step where we're going to have the moment of truth here.
Yeah, not
Okay,
this
so-
one. Will be the next one. This one always works. You can always create a wallet no matter how messed up the test net is.
Right, because that has nothing to do with the network. That's all client side stuff. So the SDK is doing client side work to create your wallet. That's one of the beauties of blockchain technology, by the way. Since you're new, I'll just go ahead and mention that like when you create a blockchain wallet, you're not asking for anybody's permission. You're just following a protocol, and now you have an account, so to speak, on a blockchain.
And you're gonna grab that output and put it in your .env, and that's what you're gonna do throughout the tutorial. Anytime it spits out environment variables for you. And then let's just make sure. Yep, looks like you got it all in there. Yep. And now we gotta get you some testnet funds.
Sweet.
So click that link to the testnet faucet.
Where is it? Sorry. Oh, right there. Right in front of my face.
All good.
Testnet
And then you'll be
faucet.
using the wallet address, which is the random characters, not the mnemonic. And for promo code, write masternode, one word, lowercase. Yep.
So as a heads up,
I appreciate this aesthetic, the faucet. Okay. Anyway.
I do like the falling dash. It is nice. It's unfortunate the site is so terrible otherwise.
Did I? Oh, it is loading. Okay.
Yeah, just let it do its thing. I would say 50% of the time it crashes, and that means it works. And then like 10% of the time it will work and will give you a message saying it works. And then like 40% of the time you just have no idea what happened.
So Travis, if you could paste your Dash address that starts with a Y into our chat, I'm going to check alongside you.
So someone's asking about if there's going to be a library like the Web3 library. This is the Dash library right now. We're teaching Travis. So you're seeing it in action.
Yeah, and on NPM, it's the word Dash, DASH. That's the JavaScript SDK that.
No Python yet. Probably won't be for a very, very long time. But you got JavaScript.
The way that it seems to be playing out is Dash Core Group is building a Rust SDK as well, and I think that that's probably what they'll focus on using for any language, except for JavaScript. If we're going to get the JavaScript,
wasn't it?
So it'll be WASM based. Technically, you can use that in JavaScript environments as well, but I think that people deserve, at least JavaScript deserves its own SDK.
Yeah. I built stuff with a WASM SDK backed on the JavaScript, and it's fun. It's not hard, but it's also not like user friendly because you have to go point it to the right file. Anyway, it's always interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So you added the funds. You can check the status with the Dash Block Explorer.
Yeah, so you'll search your address at the very top.
And that's the this Y address.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. We got a transaction. It says 0 Dash for the summary, but it shows the transaction. So that's good.
Because it hasn't confirmed yet.
Okay, good.
But
we can move ahead then.
We can move ahead. Fine. Yep.
This fee, what's up with that? I'm just kidding. Come on.
I'm just kidding. It's all Monopoly money right now.
Yeah, and I still got a fee on my Monopoly money. I'm just kidding.
Yep.
Oh, well, let's get back.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
All right, so now we're going to create the identity.
On the transaction.
Really cool stuff. Thanks, man.
Okay. Oops. I should have. Do I still need to go back to the dashboard?
Skip all this. Skip all this.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Just go to the create the wallet or update your client first. So now that you have the mnemonic, you got to put it in your client.
Yeah. Okay.
Just go to client.
Oh yeah.
It's all through
I should
environment
just follow
variables.
this.
Yeah.
Don't make this complicated. Unsafe options. I love a good unsafe option.
Yeah, that's kind of a technical thing because the blockchain is massive and long. You want to only have to sync like the last couple blocks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's create an identity. Dun dun dun. Can it be Wolverine?
Probably. The identity will be an ID, but your name can be whatever you want, even Wolverine.
Okay, so we're going to client platform identities register. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Then we're going to create the identity. So let's run this thing.
Yeah, this will take 15 to 20 seconds and may or may not work. This is the step where you find out whether the testnet network gods have shined upon us or not.
So what the SDK is doing under the hood here is it's contacting the blockchain and finding the list of the list of Evo nodes, evolution nodes that perform the services for the platform, and it's connecting to a random one. And sometimes you connect to a random one that is not healthy, and sometimes you connect to a random one that is, and sometimes.
So who can we talk to about having this fixed within the library itself so that it can do the retries and actually find a working node? Because this has been a huge sticking point. This is like tanked more than half of the walkthroughs we've done. It's like this is clearly something that we need to figure out who we can talk to fix this.
Yeah, it's a conversation that I'll have with Dash Core Group because I think it's a bigger conversation. I'm not sure if
even if he's putting in a better error message to say, hey, you need to connect to a different node and explain how to do that. Like even it doesn't necessarily need to be
I know.
Yeah.
They don't have any bandwidth to help with the SDK, it seems like right now. So I mean, well, obviously we can help do some things if we really wanted to, but
yeah. So this is what we were talking about. This is what happened yesterday.
Certificate expired. Do you just keep trying and then it'll keep working? Eventually work.
Okay. So let's try the I'm going to the Dash Discord. We ran into this before Dev Talk. There's an option that you can allow self-signed certificate. So let's find the documentation, by the way. You guys go to docs.dash.org and let's get those docs up so that we can look at them.
Okay. Are we looking for like self-signed certificate?
So you want to go? No. You should just go to on the left. You're going to want to go connect to a network under tutorials. So go to platform docs. Actually, so at the just any of those. Yeah, tutorial. There we go. And then connect to a network.
Sweet.
Can you bump up the font?
Oh yeah.
I think connect via address is what you want.
So ideally we want to find a place that shows all of the client options. You see that object where it says network testnet? That's the client options object. And I want to see somewhere in the documentation that has all of the options available. And I saw a link to SDK documentation a little bit above. So maybe that's where we can go. Now it's down.
Before you do that, though, scroll down to connect via address. Let's keep going.
Oh, connect via address.
So look at this, Ryan. So this is showing you the IP addresses.
Yep. Yeah, that's yep. Yeah,
That's
I was just curious.
Right?
I was just curious if the documentation has a very clear place where it shows all the options instead of just examples, because I want to know.
I think,
all
I'm not sure. I feel like these examples probably are all the options.
Scroll up a bit, Travis. Keep going.
Because that link to the JavaScript
Right,
SDK, that just goes to the GitHub.
Once this returns successfully, you're ready to begin developing. See the quick start for recommended next steps. For details on all SDK options and methods, please refer to the SDK documentation.
Get best block hash. Is that what?
So click that link that says SDK documentation. Open it in a new tab or whatever. Keep going down.
Oh, I was at the bottom.
Let's see, usage examples. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for a reference documentation, not usage examples. But I don't know. We'll just keep going. We have the examples there to both disallow. Let's see. Where did you find that, Anthony? Was it down a little further now?
Yeah. Connect by address. So we're not doing whatever. We're not doing the disallow thing. This would just be because you said you gave me a specific IP address. You're like, this one works. So we would put that in under DAPI address.
Yeah. So update your object to say under mnemonic or whatever, to say that DAPI address is. Copy and paste that if you want, and then we'll
Yeah, just the DAPI address and put it at the very top. I think you're right there. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. And then do you want to give him the specific IP that you had sent to me?
Sure.
I got it right here.
Okay.
I just put it in the private chat, which you can pull up on screen, Travis, the StreamYard chat.
Oh,
there you got it. Cool.
Sweet. Okay.
So
you want to try it again?
Sure. This is the first time I've ever done this. First time we've ever done this, so we're about to see whether this works or not.
I don't know if this one's going to fix this issue because this is a cert issue, and we could have fixed it a different way, is what I was going to say. But this will probably fix it too. Well, at least hopefully.
Yeah, I guess the question is, how would someone find, if this does fix it, how would someone know to find this address versus any other?
Yeah. I know that Mikhail Shenmik is working on in the Platform Explorer site, which we haven't seen yet today, but we'll open that again, or we'll open that today. He's working on a page that lists the validators. So that
look at that. Go back to your output.
Woohoo!
Woo! All right, we got an identity ID.
We can continue.
Yeah.
We
magic
can go
incantation
further.
worked. That was pulled out of the ether randomly, that no one knows how, why, or where, but it worked.
Well, I mean,
I'll take all the credit for this one.
It is right there in the docs. So, I mean, there is
but that IP address is not in the docs.
Yeah. I had to have special insights to know that was.
Yeah. So just grab your, so first grab your identity ID and then put that in your .env and then follow that link. And we'll show you where.
The identity ID. Oh, right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I should put another line break before it to make it more obvious.
What I think would be a good advice here, if you could throw some chalk colors on these in the output, that would make it pop out and go, hey, this is But
that's a good idea, yeah. I mean, or I could literally just have it write straight to your .env, but I've avoided that because I always thought writing to someone's .env is a little sketch.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, and then follow that link. This is the good Explorer.
Okay. Okay, so I'm here. Now let's see here. What? Through the identity and then follow that link. Okay. The identities tab here.
Anthony, can you update your site to include that DAPI addresses, the tutorial, just so we don't have to go looking for it next time?
Yes.
Okay, so we can see my ID in the list. So I'm a GWA. Oh yeah, I'm right there. Do you ever like see these random hash and try to like sound them out sometimes just for the fun of it? Or is that just me?
That's just you.
Okay, fair enough. That's Gwynpivisepe. Anyway, fun. Let's see here. Okay, let's create these retrieve identities.
Do you want to address anything that's happening in the chat right now, Ryan?
Oh, I haven't been looking at it. Let's see what's
So
going on.
they're having a live.
I don't know where you found this idiot, but like, don't bring him back on the stream again. That's what they're saying, right?
Oh, that would be nice. No, they're not even talking about you at all.
Like, that would be good if they would at least talk about you. IDs. Okay. So let's get our IDs. You can throw one of those CLI loading spinners. There we go. Ooh. I got my ID back. Sweet. I'm rich. Look at that. Awesome. Okay. Special transaction transforms Dash credits using our Dash perform. One Dash is equal to 100,000 Duffs. Okay. Is this named after like the Simpsons Duff beers? I'm just kidding.
You're the second person to ask that.
Not the second. There are many people mention that. Duff is actually comes from Duff Field, which was the founder of Dash. He was
okay.
the creator of Dash. It's a fork of Bitcoin.
So was he named after Duff Beard? I'm just
kidding. No, I don't think so.
Decrease your some Dash to credits. Okay. So let's top up. Dun, dun, dun. Putting in this in my two pup identities. Maybe you should do a capital U, so it doesn't look like two pup.
That is true. Yeah, I'll fix that right now.
Now we're getting into like overly like. I don't do code reviews like that.
No, this is the fifth walkthrough, so that's pretty much all we got left to fix now, which is good.
It's like that. Could you just be consistent with your styles or your naming conventions? I'm just going to find something to put back in your code review because I feel like I have to.
Okay, I'm just coming back to where we are. we are. Which are we running in command right now?
Yeah, we're running.
We're topping up.
Okay.
Yep.
Grab the wallet. IDs. Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Okay, so we got a balance.
Oh, I just keep getting more rich. Yes.
Yep. And you don't need to copy paste any of that into your .env. That's just so you can see your balance.
Oh, is this where I can now? My EMV, sorry. My name here. So we already decided Wolverine, right?
Sure. I bet it's not taken.
Hey.
I've got that in my mind because not that I'll distract too much, but my kids got this for Father's Day for me. The old 1980s Marvel superheroes role playing game out of print. Anyway, so I've got Marvel on my brain because of that.
Are you going to open it, or are you just going to keep it in the plastic?
Oh, I've opened it.
Oh,
And I've looked at it, and now I'm too scared to play with it because it's in good condition. Like those are hard to find. I might do the copy and print out the spots. I don't know if you can hear my dog barking. I'm sorry.
Hey, doggo.
Someone honked down the street, and now he's upset. So, okay. Going back to register name. Okay. Sorry. It's not a live stream unless, something dumb happens in the background of somebody's. Okay. Let's run this thing. Really liking this easy to just copy and go through the tutorial kind of feel. It's it's got the right amount of I feel like I'm building it, but I'm not gonna get bored of going through this tutorial. That's a hard balance, I think.
Yep, Anthony's got it.
Right there. Oh, I've already got Wolverine in there.
Yeah, that's just letting you see it back. But yeah, let's view it in the Block Explorer. Looks like we got our name registered. All right.
Wolverine.
Cool.
Yay!
We want to kind of stop here and give a little explanation of kind of what's going on here, Ryan.
Yeah, do you want to take a stab at it first?
Yeah.
Anthony?
So you created an identity, and then the identity has a name, and your name is a little bit like a domain. So now if someone were to want to send you money, like someone's got some Dash, I got some Dash, I'm like, man, I want to give my buddy Travis some Dash. So he will let me know that he is currently hanging out at wolverine.dash, and I could use that to send you Dash.
Yep. Yeah, so the main thing is there's a couple of things that would help to know why that's important. First of all, when you are using cryptocurrency with either a coin model or an account model, coin model is like what Bitcoin uses, what Dash uses. Some people call it UTXO, unspent transaction outputs, but that's unnecessarily complex. It's a coin model. And then there's account models. And either way, if you're using the same address every time, like the same Bitcoin address, same Dash address, same Ethereum address, then people can track you online and see what your activity is. And that's like no good for privacy. So this would not fulfill the use case that Dash is going for. Dash is supposed to be digital cash. And as we all know, cash is private. When I give a $5 bill to Anthony, nobody knows, what my transaction history of that $5 bill was, or how much other money I have. Because I gave a 5 doesn't mean anybody should know anything else about that. So you should always be reusing and generating new addresses for every transaction that you make. But doing that then complicates the idea that, if you were using the same address for everything and you like even had it posted on your social profile or whatever, that would be more convenient because at least you would have a static address and people would know where to pay you. But then you lose out on privacy. So usernames is the idea that, okay, even though we're generating new addresses under the hood, it's all going to a single username. So I can give you the username Ryan, and then under the hood, it's generating new addresses every time I do a transaction. But from the user level, it's just all I need to know is his username is Ryan.
That makes sense. Can you have like multiple usernames? Can I like register
Yep.
my financial name and my social network name, and we want to like compartmentalize your life?
Yes.
So that way people only know you by one identity, but it's all pointing to the same wallet. Okay, I like that.
Yep.
You can create these like identities essentially.
So that is the main thing that Dash is trying to distinguish itself from all the others, is that we have this user-friendly username system that gives you privacy and usability. A lot of username systems are coming around now. They're becoming more popular, more common in different cryptocurrency projects, but they're typically just mapping an address to a specific username, and that doesn't really help with the privacy aspect. So if the
that just creates a layer, one layer away from the identity problem.
Exactly. Doesn't help.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. That current job I worked for a company called Anonymy Labs, and that was a big thing that we were building, was an SDK around people being able to create identities, and you could create these like identities where you would have an email, a phone number, and even potentially a Visa card all attached to a single identity, and then you would like kind of like compartmentalize your life around that way. So you're never giving your base phone number, your real email address to any specific person. Anyway,
very cool. Yep, that's similar idea. All right, so what are we looking at? We're looking at the Platform Explorer.
Yeah. So we were looking at my identity here, the Wolverine.
Okay.
So let's retrieve that name now.
Yeah, so your name should be registered on the network now, and we should be able to retrieve it, is what this is saying.
Retrieve name. There we go.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Does that work? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Looks like we got it.
Sweet. Awesome. We're halfway through.
Yep.
Give or take. A data contract on Dash platform serves as a blueprint.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and read all of this because it's a new idea altogether.
Yeah. Structure. Okay, so let's create some data contracts. So does this sum it up well? Do you feel the data contracts?
Yeah, for enough for our purposes here, at least.
Yeah.
So the idea is basically if you want data storage for your application, that's what this is serving. So an application might have the need to store data globally instead of just locally in the application itself, in memory or in the browser or whatever. You may want to tap into global state storage, either because you want it persistent somewhere off site or because it's an application that's by nature collaborative, like a social network or whatever. And this then gives you the option to store data in the cloud per se on the Dash blockchain. And further, it gives you all sorts of proofs under the hood that the data was not tampered with, and that that the only person, for example, the only person that could write to this contract is the one that's allowed to. So you have all those cryptographic guarantees, and that can become very important for certain applications, where other applications it might not be as important, but nonetheless you have all that at your disposal if you want it.
So is this the schema? Is that what this is here that we're building?
Yes. Yeah. So the data contract itself is very much like making a database schema for something like a document database.
That makes sense.
It describes the type of data, and then the documents are what it is data that adheres to the schema.
So I'm sure some people have asked this before. Are you guys looking to eventually get like a TypeScript types, at least for this?
No, thankfully you're the first person to ask that.
I know Anthony's love of TypeScript.
There should be types already in there, I think.
There should be types in there.
I was just looking. It looks. Oh yeah, it looks like there's
Just
there you go.
or at least some JS docs style things. But anyway.
Yeah. So the JavaScript SDK has been a little bit neglected, unfortunately, with priority being given to the Rust SDK. So the TypeScript, it's supposed to have TypeScript for everything, but some things are probably missing.
Yeah, if the tutorial itself was written in TypeScript, that stuff would probably, you get the autocomplete and stuff like that, and that's kind of just.
Oh yeah. I was just kind of curious.
Yeah.
Oh, is this just the contract ID? I'm assuming I put that in here. Is it still running? Oh, was it supposed to come out with some more stuff? Did I?
What was the last one you just ran? Oh,
yeah, I got this contract.
Yeah, this one.
ID.
Yeah, you need to make sure this one runs all the way to the end.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was a little.
Yeah, no, it's okay. This happened on another stream.
A little excited to be like, oh, I guess we're stuck.
Yeah, because this is going to.
You can copy it into your end file right now if you want, but we won't be able to get any further.
Make sure you're going to use the new one you just got. So replace the one you have with this one.
Good call.
Yeah, because this is the contract ID. There you go. There's the rest of it. That actually published it to the chain.
Sweet. We can view that it's published here. Identifier, my owner, created. Sweet. Oh, schema. That's good. Okay.
Yeah, so you notice there are no documents on that yet, but that's the next step.
Retrieved it. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, here we are. So let's now retrieve our contract. I'm seeing a pattern here. There's the create and retrieve.
Yeah, soon you'll be able to update too.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, that was fast. Okay, so we got it. Got the schema. Nothing in here yet. Okay. So update. Okay. So we can grab the existing contract. Okay. Okay. Just seeing. So let's run this. We should get the update here eventually.
So we're probably gonna make it through most of the
Sweet.
tutorial at this point.
Yeah.
If I go back to that one link, will I see that in there? Revision 2. Yeah, sweet. I mean, there's no document, but like I can see it's been changed.
Yep. Yeah, the document is the next step, I think.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Okay, in the apps object, to the client options, pass the contract ID. Okay. App. Where client. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have got rid of every. Oh, no. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Contract ID. Okay. Now we're going to submit. Here we go. We're going to create a document. I don't want to say AJC Web Dev. This is Travis.
Yeah, I've
Waith-Mair.
updated the tutorial with a couple things, but for some reason, Cloudflare has decided that my function is now too large. I need to upgrade to a paid plan, so I'm currently migrating.
Like, paid? We don't pay for things.
But then it's a need to upgrade. So I tried to upgrade, and then it crashed and wouldn't let me do it. So it's like I'm
like apparently you don't want my money.
They won't even take my money.
Oops. Okay. Uh-oh. Did I play around with things too much?
What was the thing you just ran?
I ran.
Try to submit note document. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the same error we were getting yesterday, the empty SPV chain. So we might need to the node we were using might have just crapped out on us.
Oh.
It's been hit by some guy in Texas over and over again. They're like, just kidding. We need to do a different client.
Why don't we? Oh, I know what happened. When you we lost the DAPI client when we copy paste our new client.
Oh, let's go back.
So go back to your client.
Yeah, where did I go?
And then copy the apps part. Yeah, I was gonna say copy the apps part and then do that. Yeah.
There's the client.
That makes sense.
Let's just throw the apps here.
Yeah. Okay, that should work now. And then put it up in your .env at the top. Yeah.
Moment of truth.
Oh, and Travis, as you've been doing this for literally the last hour, there's been an argument going on in the chat about whether Dash is dead or not.
James Doe, yeah, he has good comments a lot of times, but he's also kind of a troll other times.
Dash is dead. No, it's not. I mean, is that basically what it is?
Yeah, I mean,
well, when the price is down, when the price is down, that just makes the project dead for some people. And the technology's never been better.
Technically, it's not an all-time low though, because the price used to be like $1.
The price is $0 for that matter.
I view this as it's stabilized now. Crypto and Web3 and all that is now stabilized because the hype is over, and so now the real work is happening.
Well, that's what they said in 2018. And they said again in 2022 and 2023, and they'll say it again 2029.
In the end, it's the market that will decide whether Dash is dead or not. If people want to eventually use free market money rather than state-controlled coercive money, then that so be it. But at the end of the day, it's people that will decide whether the Dash or any other project will succeed or not. But I'm always surprised by how much people will just be okay with tyranny. So we'll see.
But yeah, I was just looking to see if I could find it, and I can see I was in the transactions. So
you
sweet.
got it, man. You're on the blockchain, forever immortalized.
I thought my claim to fame was going to be my library, but I guess not.
You could throw up a URL for Bedrock layouts when you update it.
Sounds good. Then that will be in the blockchain. Okay, let's get the documents. Tutorial contract note, okay. Sweet. Hello from Travis. Here, let's do that. Let's update this. Where'd it go? Oops. Update contract. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Update contract. I want to do where's the note one? Submit note document. Okay. So if I want to go Bedrock layout.dev. Check out Bedrock layout.dev.
Nice. Get some free advertising.
Yeah. We're gonna update that.
Do you want to show what Bedrock layout is all about? You want to show the URL?
Sure.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, that dev.
It's a cool project. It's very cool.
Yeah, this. My little.
I've heard about this. Who covered this? I've heard about
Me. It was on FS Jam and it would have been on my stream. So
Okay.
I've been on Anthony's stream. Been on a couple of podcasts. I've written a course actually, 2 courses actually.
With
new
React
now.
Roundup.
You're gonna have to zoom in for the folks.
Oh yeah. Sorry. But
when do we
basically
go
the
with-
idea is like, hey, like the web page is built, like, and you can do it like one way where you're like, I'm gonna make this thing work, and then like you solved all those problems and you start over again, and you solve the problems all over again every single time, as far as layout goes. But like a lot of layout patterns are like pretty much like reusable over and over again. And so that's the idea is like, hey, let's create this pattern where we like.
Okay, so this is specifically just layout components.
Yeah.
And is this React only, or is it compatible with other frameworks?
So it's actually like at the heart of it, it's the CSS layout. So you can do it with just CSS, and it uses, for example, where's the example code right here? Yeah. So you can do it with just using data attributes. You just go data br column drop, and then you throw some,
Gotcha.
configurations in there, and it will just make it work. But there is both a React and a Solid.js like wrappers around that, and yeah.
Nice. I'm a big Solid fan, so that's cool that you have that one as well.
I love Solid. I wish I could find more reasons to use it professionally.
Well, we may have something in the works there. Just saying. Just saying. All right,
No, it's Solid is everything I think React would be if it could start over again at this point, and didn't have the baggage of trying to be. Anyway, there's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I agree. Let's check out that Grafana dashboard while we're there, and then let's go to, let's see, scroll up, and I think the responsive design is not showing the option, so maybe zoom out a bit. There we go. So let's do, it is on last hour. Click the refresh button by the last hour. So those are what looks to be our 3 transactions. We're the only ones here, by the way, right now. So those are our 3 transactions. I guess one was creating the identity, top up, and what other transaction? We've done an update as well. So I think we've done more than 3, but I'm just kind of surprised to not see the others. But
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now that I checked out the documents, I see it was this, and now I can see I've added that. Okay, sweet. Okay, update note. Already done that. Okay. Let's delete it. Oh. We did all that work. Delete no document. Yeah, did that work?
looks like an error. Looks like a stack trace.
Did we mess with your client again, or
Not this time.
Structure value are not. Hang on.
Okay. Max retries reach. That hit really quickly.
what's the most pessimistic release date for the Dash platform, Ryan?
There is no
The
never,
22nd century.
never. Yeah.
Are we gonna? So what
If
was the
by
last?
2100 this does not be released, just plan on it not happening. That's what you're saying.
Is this is trying to delete the note?
Yeah.
I mean, we can probably just skip this one and build out the front end if you don't really need to delete it for the rest of the tutorial to work.
Ooh, now let's set up a backend server. Paste. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so what this is going to do, this is just going to basically serve you the thing that we've been doing with the scripts through an endpoint.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's is that working? Okay, 3001.
You just run that curl
Oh.
command in the example.
Take the your name here out. That would be helpful.
Right, yeah.
Wolverine. There we go.
Sweet. Cool.
Nice.
Now you just gotta slap a React on front of that and we'll be done.
Let's do this. Yeah.
It's like you'll be our second person to make it all the way through in one go. Good job.
Let's not use TypeScript right now.
And you're going to select yes for Tailwind and yes for source directory and yes for app router.
Right.
Yeah. That one doesn't matter.
And open the page, and we're going to put this in here. Oh, page. There we are. Wait. That was interesting. Okay. Yeah. Do. Not see my identity. Did I miss something in here? Oh,
So
it just says identity.
This is just to make sure your next thing is set up.
Yeah. I should probably read the tutorial.
And then you're going to want to edit in here for the page. It has my my AJC web dev hardcode in there. So you'll just have to change that to Wolverine.
Gotcha. Here. So we're going to change page to be
We could try to fetch yours as well, Anthony. Is it still there? Have you done it? Is your name?
I have no idea.
We'll try that next. Let's see here. Sweet.
Nice.
Ship it.
I think it needs some layout components.
GC web dev. Let's just see what happens. No, it doesn't work. Okay.
Actually, so instead of that, do AJC web dev 2024-06-03.
2024-06-03.
Yep. Try that.
Okay.
That should work. That's a more recent one.
And then what was Nick's?
Yeah.
Was it Nick that got through all the way?
It was Noah.
No.
I
As in-
forget.
Noah the Ark.
No, it'd be N Hein Dev probably. It's not Noah. It's
Oh.
NHEIN DEV.
HEINDEV.
That's his usual handle. I can't remember if that's exactly what he used or not, but we'll see. Yeah, there we go.
There it is. Still
All right.
there.
Awesome, man. So, Travis, thoughts on Dash?
What did you do? What do you have any idea what you just did?
I followed the tutorial and did what I was told, and I'm just kidding. No, like it. This is it. I like it. SDK pulls the mystery and the technical, like the parts that are difficult to wrap your mind around, and just turns it into CRUD operations, which are easier to understand. It's like I'm building. I'm creating identity. I'm creating a contract. I'm adding documents. These are all things that like I can wrap my head around because they're things I do. Like understanding like the technicality that is on the how it gets on the blockchain and all that. I find it interesting to a point, but not interesting enough to implement it myself. But yeah, no, this makes it a lot easier to think, okay, I'm using blockchain. I'm using all this. But I don't
You
have to know
too could
how
rug
to
a
use
whole
it.
community.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, obviously we didn't do anything useful today, but that gives you the underpinnings of what you can do with Dash platform. You can store data on there. At some point, maybe able to do execution on the chain, so that you, instead of reaching for something like what's your cloud functions of service provider of choice?
Yeah, like your
does
AWS, your Azure.
Yeah. So yeah, essentially you can do that without any kind of permission or account setup. So yeah, that's the idea.
Oh, this is really easy, and yeah, like having a good SDK where, it makes that easy to wrap your head around. Really easy.
Cool. I think we'll leave it there. Thanks for joining us today.
Stay on when we go off live, Travis, just so we can explain to you how you can get paid and all that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, hang out for a little bit.
Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for the lively debate in the chat.
Did we solve the world's problems? I don't know, but
I mean, Dash went up $19 just while they were having that argument. So
yeah, right. All right.
All right.
Tune in next time. See you, everybody.
Good, everybody.